Mr. Tacopina asked you a lot of questions about specific times that certain events happened. Do you remember specific times that you sent text messages 3 years ago?
I don't even know. That's probably like a week ago.
Do you remember specific dates that you took photographs?
Not 3 years ago.
Do you remember specific dates and times that you posted pictures to Instagram?
Not 3 years ago.
Are there many details that you have a clear memory of in this case, but you can't say exactly what time things occurred, or even necessarily exactly what order things happened? Is that a correct statement?
I mean, if I was prepared and understood, yeah, I'd be able to answer instead of not knowing.
As this incident was happening, was this a traumatic incident to you?
It was.
Were there things about this incident that you were focusing on and things that you were not focusing on?
Can you say that again, please?
Yeah. When the defendant pulled the gun out on you, were you focused on the gun?
Yeah.
In that moment, were you focused on what 12 was doing?
I mean, I got a little glimpse, but I was mostly focused on Rocky.
Okay. Mr. Tacopina asked you about this photograph, April 17. And I believe in his questioning of you, he asked you questions about either when the photograph was taken or when the injuries that you received in that photograph were from. I just want to clarify, do you remember the exact date that that picture was taken?
I do not. He didn't show me no time nor date.
Do you know if it was within a day or a couple days of the shooting in this case?
I know it was after the shooting because that's my hand. I just wasn't able to see at the time.
The injuries in that photograph, were those the injuries you sustained at the time of the shooting?
Yes, it was.
Okay. When he asked you questions about those injuries, either he asked you or you mentioned something from the ground. What were you talking about related to the ground when it came to those injuries?
Like a ricochet or something.
Like something bounced off the ground and hit your hand?
Yeah, I wasn't able to tell, but I know instantly my hand was hot. Like after the first shot.
At the moment you're saying that you felt your hand was hot, where was your hand in relation to the ground?
On my side.
So it wasn't on the ground?
No, it wasn't on the ground.
Was it in the air?
Yeah, my hand was by my side.
Did you physically punch or strike Illz that night?
No.
Other than grabbing Illz by the sweatshirt, did you do anything else physical to Illz?
Nah, he was protecting me. Why would I, regardless of what I said to him, we could look at the other film, he was literally protecting me.
Which is your dominant hand, your right or your left hand?
All right.
And which hand was injured?
My left.
Okay. If you need me to pull up the surveillance video again, I will. But Mr. Ephron, at the moment the gun was fired, to your recollection of being there that night, was there anyone between the four of you who was acting like that gun was a fake gun?
Absolutely not.
Can you explain to the jury what you were doing with Illz in that moment that the gun was first pulled at the intersection of Vista Del Mar and Selma?
When it first got pulled,
Yes.
I was just shocked that he pulled the gun, and it was so close to me after the first shot. I just instantly ran and grabbed it.
Did you?
I didn't know what he. No, it wasn't behind me. He was off to the side of me, so it was easier to grab.
And what did you do?
I used him as a shield, a human shield.
How so?
Grabbed him up, put him in front of Rocky, every which way.
Between the two of you.
Yeah.
Mr. Tacopina has alleged that not only was that a prop gun that the defendant had that night, but that you knew that was a prop gun. That's what.
Sustain.
Have you heard that there's an allegation that the gun used that night was a prop gun?
Objection.
Overruled.
Can you say that again,
Do we have
please?
grounds for any objection, please?
I did the formal question. Have you heard?
Excuse me.
So I'll ask the question again. Have you heard that there's an allegation that the defendant used a prop gun that night?
No, I never heard of a prop gun ever before in my life.
Never before.
Never before, ever.
Well, you were asked questions on direct examination about a prop gun, correct?
From Tacopina, Mr. Tacopina?
No, when I asked you questions.
Oh, okay.
So are you aware that there's an allegation in this case that the gun that the defendant had was a prop gun?
Objection. I believe sustained that question.
Oh, wait, can you?
Hold on.
I didn't understand the question. I'm
The
sorry.
objection was overruled, it still is overruled.
No, the first one. Allegation.
Oh, yeah, just sustain this form of the question. Just ask the question without editorial.
Sure. Are you aware that it is claimed the defendant had a prop gun that night?
No, I'm not aware. I didn't know he had a prop gun.
Did you believe that night that he had a prop gun?
Of course not.
At any point that night, did you accuse the defendant of shooting at you with a real gun?
Yes, I told him that in my text.
What text are you referring to that you sent to him?
And when I sent him, probably like within 30 or an hour after, when I went back and found the bullets, I texted him trying to kill me, try to take me away from my daughter.
Okay. Are you referring to, and I can zoom in on People's 21, page 3, you tried killing me?
Yeah, he tried killing me.
All right. And then on page 7, was this the text you were referring to about taking you away from your daughter?
Yeah, that word set me up, trying to take me from my daughter.
Okay. At any point did he respond to your text messages to tell you that it was a fake gun?
No, never. He only responded after I hit his manager, John.
Okay, the end. Everything after no is stricken. Just if you're asked a yes or no question, just please say answer yes or no.
At any point in time after this incident, did you send a text message to 12B indicating that the defendant shot at you with a real gun?
Yes.
Now I'll mark my next exhibit.
26.
While I'm at it, I'm going to mark my next exhibit, 27. It's a 3-page document with text messages between Mr. Ephron and Illz.
Oops, 26.
26 was the text messages to 12.
Oh, 12.
Okay. So, Mr. Ephron, I'm going to show you the top of People's 26. Do you recognize this to be your text thread between you and 12B?
Yes.
I know the numbers are blocked out, but you have them saved in your name as 12, correct?
Yeah, correct.
Okay. And that would be the same 12E that we've been talking about who was present that night?
Yes.
Okay. I want to go to page 2. In the middle of the page, there's a text message that you sent from Terell to 12E that said, "You good," and the time is at 9:44 p.m. on November 6th, correct?
Correct.
That would have been the last text message you sent him immediately before this incident. Do you agree?
Yes.
Okay. The very next text message, bottom of page 3, is a text message from you to 12E that says, y'all set me up, no words, with an emoji. And that's November 8, 2021 at 6:57 a.m., correct?
Correct.
So that would be your next message to 12E after the shooting, correct?
Yes.
And if you need, I will approach and you can look through it, but did 12E ever respond to that text message to you?
Never.
You know that
I know that because
without even looking.
yeah, the only person who responded to me was Illz.
Okay. But 12E never responded back to you to tell you that it was a fake gun, did he?
Never.